On this episode of Quarter Horse Custom, the 393 stroker is finally coming to life. Here we go. Alrighty, before we stab this thing in, let's go over the specs of it one more time in case you didn't watch the last video. This is a 393 cubic inch stroker. It's got a forged 3.85 stroke crank, forged eagle rods, DSS dished pistons. It has a Trick Flow Stage 4 cam with 595 lift, a 110 lobe separation. We have AFR 185 heads that have been port meshed to the 1262 intake gaskets. We're just running the cheap head gaskets. Our compression ratio should be 10.3 something to 1, which is perfect. And we got a single plane high rise intake. Thank you. Here you go. So, let's stab this thing in, get everything hooked up, and try to get this thing running.
Oh, it's the last time it goes in.
Here we go!
Ooh, not like that, please. Bolts. Do we have them?
Yeah.
Well, you look at everything up here. You got the ground and everything.
You in?
Yeah, the whole
Go ahead and use our Duralast toolkit here.
really not a big deal.
Go ahead and stick these guys back in their little holes. Anti-rust! See a lot of fucking room in this thing. Alright, this thing's in. Let's lift it up and let's get the transmission in. Please flush it. Flying creature. It's coming at me. Now, Daddy's favorite part. I'm gonna go ahead and throw on my harmonic balancer. My crank pulley. Two things. One, huge shout out to Mark Oils for managing to have a freaking snap ring because for my liner that I haven't been able to run because I haven't had a snap ring. So freaking awesome. And secondly, thanks to my buddy Cameron for machining my spacer down so I can run my stuff where it needs to be shimmed to. Now we're actually going to have a spacer and actually be aligned for once. All right, I'm gonna go grab the T5 and throw it behind. Before you yell at me, I know it's a T5. I know it's not rated for what we're doing, but they survived behind the 387 all last year. So if I take like 4 or 5 of them on drag week, I should be able to, you know, complete it. Maybe need 6.
Okay, I go. I think we should put the card down a little lower. There it goes.
Man, if we break down on drag week blowing up the transmission, we better do it when they have the portable lift. Good?
That one is.
Oh. Watch, we're gonna go on drag week and we're gonna forget the 5/8 wrench, and we're just gonna be like, "Oh, we can't take it out." Are you guys like me? Where you're gonna sit there at night and go, "Did I torque that bolt down?" Well, there, trans torqued. I've also got written on there, flywheel torque checked on the clutch, on the flywheel. I wrote clutch torqued on the clutch. I wrote bell housing torqued on the bell housing. Now if I come down here and go, "Oh, hey, look, yeah, trans is torqued." Because I'm one of those guys who will stay up all night thinking maybe I didn't get it torqued.
I won't even go on.
Found one, I think.
Hopefully it fits.
It does things. Alrighty. She's going to do plug wires. I'm going to go get the carburetor. I already got it plumbed up, so that's going to be really easy. Just hook it up. We got a few things to run. We got to get radiator instilled and all that crap. Headers are already done. Got to figure out where the clutch cable is going to go to get out of the way. Figure that out probably tomorrow. Make sure my dipstick stays in. But for now, plug wires, carburetor, and starter. Yeah, I still got to figure out throttle cable tomorrow. Look up the throttle bracket. All right, we are running our Holley 750 Brawler.
You're licking gas.
Running our Brawler 750 carburetor. Off of 387 because it's what I have, and right there. Spent big money on this guy right here. No, I didn't. Not really. It's just a Amazon special throttle bracket. But do remember that if you are planning on drag racing, tech does require you to have dual return springs, and the easiest way I found to do that is use one of these brackets. They're like 20, 25 bucks, and they look super sharp. Remember, don't go full-blown torque assist on your bolts here because you will warp your carburetor. Get it nice and snug. Because that's tight, two tights broke. And I have it set up. I built my own little fuel log here. Just comes out of the pressure regulator into a 45, down into a T. And then I shorten this one up a little more so it favors that. Hopefully it works that way. Science, something, I don't know.
Theoretically, once the pressure builds up the baseline,
It should equal out. Science and stuff. Anyway, did it this way. That way it'll fit under our air cleaner because we do have to run a drop air cleaner base. And it's super convenient because you can either unhook here or here and the whole system comes off instead of having to screw 2 lines. So that's done.
this right here is the cut button.
Alternator ground. I'll get that in when I figure out where the alternator is going to sit. Super technical computer harness here. MSD. Plug one into your box. Plug your other end into your distributor. And Bob's your uncle, your carbureted engine is wired. That's literally it. I mean, this whole engine that's my computer harness. For When those people ask, why are you running the carburetor? Fuel injection. This is it. This is all that runs my engine. This in this little box. And this coil.
Okay.
That's it. Nothing else. Okie dokie, it's the next morning, and well, we didn't get to do quite what we wanted to do last night, just because we had things going on. I forgot my spacer. The daughter's birthday is coming up. We're going to take a pause on this for that. Here is our air cleaner. Got it on a sale. It was like $20. Look at that thing. I mean, chrome's not really my favorite, but 20 bucks. We can get ready to start putting our radinator or tater later in. For the radiator, we're running this mid-grade Chinesium from eBay. It's got dual fans, worked great in the Reaper Stang, so that was 387 cubic inches, so why can't it do the same for 393? And, I mean, it works, and it actually doesn't look that bad. It's a big old 3-core. That should keep us nice and cool for drag week, so we're not sitting there going, it's gonna overheat! Hopefully we can make it from track to track to track. And of course, in my wife's nature, she of course negotiated with the guy and got it even cheaper than what he was initially selling it for because, well, that's what she does. And then for easeability, because this is a drag and drive car, I want it to be as quickly disassemblable as possible because if I got to swap this motor out on the side of the road, I don't want to be sitting there going, I don't have butt connectors to rewire everything. So I went ahead and installed a 4-pin plug I got from O'Reilly's. So this guy can just literally snap right together. It's a weather-tight connection, and boom, the electrical fans are wired up. Same thing with when I did the starter. We got a terminal down here, so the starter's completely separable. I have a 1-wire plug there too, so that way I can manually start it from in here if I have to. We just get it to turn over, but I also can just unplug everything, move it over the new starter, throw it up in here. Same with when I did the fuel lines. I did it so it's only one line, so we can just remove it quickly. Also, the oil PSI gauge is just pop that guy right there. It's off. Obviously, spark plugs, just boop, pop, done. Engine harness plugs in right next to where the ground is, and it'll be right next to where the alternator is, so that way all that can just unplug and hang on for the side. I'm trying to make this as modular as possible. That way, if I have to, you know, pull on the 387 and have somebody bring me a motor while I'm sitting on the side of the road for 3 hours, I can already have this thing ready just to whoosh, whoosh, done. Besides waiting 72 days for RTV on the headers to dry. But that's a different story. Find my radiator hoses. Radiator hoses. Probably should loosen it up first. Got it. Easy peasy. Really need to find a different routing hose for this. I don't have an alternator here. I need to find one that just goes. Anybody know of anything? Let me know down in the comments, please. I want this thing to look clean. And it doesn't. I guess that hose clamp's shot. Alright, we'll stick you on there for now. Again, make sure all of our things are easily accessible. That way, if I have to tear this thing out, everything's right there. Hello? Yep, that's empty. And well, this is for a drag and drive, so we're just running straight distilled water. Probably gonna run some kind of additive, whether that be water wetter or hyperlube or something. Let me know what you guys like to run. Honestly, I have no idea. Half tempted just to buy the Summit brand because, well, I think it's cheaper. Might not be. I don't even know. I think I should probably start looking into that. Haha. For once, I don't care if it hits the floor. It's just water. Oh, that's getting in my shoe. Okay, now I care. Holy crap. Somebody should invent some kind of device that like comes out and lets you pour in and focuses it down and like funnelizes it. Alright, let's go ahead and see if we can get this thing to fire up, see how she sounds, and then I gotta work on things like alternator and bleeding brakes and stuff. But I wanna hear it run. So I got a jumper wire here. I'm just gonna jump my starter. Here we go! Alright. Alrighty. Plug wires are all on. We're plugged in. Guess we'll check some timing real quick. Number one. We want to be around 15 degrees. Jumper wire! Oh! Sparkles! Okay. What the heck is going on here? Okay. Negative. Negative. What the heck? What the heck? Let me probe my power wires here. Hot. Trigger's hot. Okay, I got power coming into the MSD box. What the heck? Yeah, baby, we'll go see Mama in a minute. Buckle what? What are you little shit! She unplugged the MSD wires. Okay. Oh, you little turd. Go play real quick. I'm gonna see if I can get this thing to fire up. I swear to goodness, if this fires up, I'm probably gonna get you a milkshake. If I'm being honest. Because you're too cute. Alright, let's try it one more time. Do a little gas. And see if we got any sparkles. Here we go. You little shit. Ah. Oh yeah! Woo! 900 RPM! Oh yeah! Oh, that sounds mean. Oh, that's mean. Okay. Wow. High five, Ellie. Alrighty, well, I think that's going to be a wrap for this video. I got some things to take care of. I want to get the alternator on here. I want to get the water pump hooked up. We got to get some other stuff. But right now, I'm going to take the Rugrat. And we're going to go see the wife at work. So, thanks for watching. She runs. There will be more for the 393 stroker. Hopefully we get it done in time for driving.